Hey guys, Jerry here, aka Booger T from the WrestleSlam podcast, joined as always by Phil Meltzer here to talk about AEW Dynamite. First of all, we're going to lead in obviously the news story of the week so far is the news about John Moxley entering the inpatient facility for the alcohol addiction. Um, brave decision by himself to actually have it out in social media. He's not a big person on social media. Obviously, he didn't release the news himself. And
No.
obviously, he didn't really want Renee to be the one to break the news because, as you know, social media can be a bit of a cesspool whenever somebody has some bad news and probably shouldn't want to have to deal with the consequences either. People may have tried to point the finger. So gladly, Tony stepped up and broke the news to everybody, and it seemed to go down. Everybody was fully behind him, supporting him, and as you saw on Dynamite, everybody was behind him as well. Phil, you think it's a good, something that it's good to speak out about stuff like this, and let people know that it's okay.
It's been going. I reckon this has been going on with him for about 3 years, if not longer. My brother's a huge fan, and
Yeah,
people seem to think he's him on Twitter for
yeah.
some.
He said that he's got like 20,000 followers.
Yeah, it's there, but my brother's a huge fan of him. But he'd often be telling me that he'd be drinking whiskey after matches and everything. So
Yeah,
it doesn't surprise me from thing, but I reckon him having a child has impacted him hugely.
I think so. Yeah, when you go even a few weeks ago when he had that promo about the tournament and he didn't care about the tournament, he only cared about his family, like, and he's going to prove something. I'm not sure, whether that had anything to do with it. Like, maybe, even last week's match against 10 from the Dark Order, like, it's just, it seemed kind of, it was a wicked match and it was great TV, like, but it just seemed a bit off.
It wasn't, it wasn't Moxley that we know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say he should take as long as he needs. I don't think he should.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. It's not something you get over in 30 days and, that's it forever. Like, if it's an addiction, like, you need to work on it over time, like, and don't come back too soon because being on the road and being away from your family as well is a tough
thing. It's the end of him in AEW because his contract's up.
Well, unless he leaves himself, I wouldn't say Tony would ever want to lose him because he is one of the biggest stars on the company. Like, and he is.
I know him and Chris Jericho have contracts in next year coming up.
Yeah, a lot of them contracts, but I'd say he'll sign on. Like, if he's got a very short schedule here, like he's able to show up and indie shows whenever he feels like it. He's only working 1 day a week with AEW, really, like on TV. So he wouldn't go back to WWE anyway. I can't see that happening because he wouldn't want to be on a full-time schedule with them again.
As well, I reckon he wants to fight CM Punk as well. So
oh yeah, absolutely, that'll eventually happen. Like, so hopefully he comes back stronger than ever. He will come back stronger than ever. Like, it's just he needs time to seek out. He's seeking out the help. So
exactly, it's great. I'm actually really, really happy that he is sorting himself out.
We definitely look forward to having him back as well.
Yeah. But the problem
so
just about going a heel turn, wasn't he?
Yeah, it looked that way. It looked like he was going heel, and when he does come back, better than ever, he will get one of those enormous, like, Triple H returning, pops, like when he returns, and everybody's going to be so supportive of him. So, whether he turns heel after he comes back, I'm not sure. Like, but we send our love to him anyway. Hopefully, he comes back. So we'll lead into Dynamite anyway. From that, we opened up with Kenny Omega against Alan Angels, 5 from the Dark Order. A little history there on their match. Obviously, they spoke about that on commentary, and which led to Kenny saying that made him a better person. So overall, what did you think of the match?
Really good. Better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
but I think that Angels definitely has Omega's number. It's like he's comfortable in the ring with him, so he can create more magic, I suppose. It's the best.
Yeah. I mean, you don't get to see a lot of him. He's not. Don't really see him on Dynamite or even Rampage. Like, obviously they do dark matches and stuff like that, but you never really get to see, the Dark Order, going in singles matches. And you had 10 last week, and now you've got 5 this week. So, and Johnny Silver, John Hungry, is going to be on Rampage as well against Adam Cole. So they seem to be getting singles matches now, which is good to see what they can do because
I'm
comedy
excited, like, from.
Yeah.
The only thing about this match that struck me is where's Callis been?
I mentioned that as well to Liz when we were watching the match. It's like, was he part of the Forbidden Door? Like, that it's been closed. Like, he hasn't been around since it happened.
I thought he left Impact. I thought his deal was up. But he hasn't been on Impact since Kenny wasn't on it, so he hasn't been on it in about 3-4 months.
Yeah, but maybe a backstage role where he's not on camera or he's not side by side with Scott D'Amore anymore. Maybe,
but I did.
Or maybe he's just taking time off. It just seems coincidental that at the same time the Forbidden Door is closed, that he's not there.
Yeah, I did see Tony Khan is open to the idea of them continuing, so that's good news.
I'm not sure why it was closed. It didn't really benefit Impact that much, other than having Omega, having matches, and having the title, being advertised on other channels, but it didn't really help the ratings.
It's the lower card wrestlers you want to see on it.
Yeah, well, even the women's, I thought they would have kept it open for TBS, matches down the future, maybe having Mickie James or Deonna Purrazzo coming across and challenging for titles or something, just a once-off match.
That's what you were saying. If they had bigger numbers on TV, we could see a proper invasion.
Yeah, oh, absolutely, it would be cool. Something long, built.
But no, just going back to this match. It was a very good match, but what struck me as odd is that the guy was in the ring already. Angels, that kind of
he got the jobber entrance.
Yeah,
the show.
See, the thing is, if you're a new fan watching something like that, it's kind of like this guy's going to lose anyway.
Yeah, that's normally the way it goes. Maybe 90% of the time, if you don't get an entrance, you don't get a win.
But Omega wins, but after the match, I really liked what happened after the match.
I love that he didn't hit him with the buckshot. I think they're going to hold that off until the match, and
they need to. Yeah, exactly.
Obviously that's what he's going to beat Omega with.
Yeah, exactly.
Looking forward to.
It'll be
a little promo at the end, just a few words. 10 days, hold tight.
Yeah, please do not do any tag matches or anything next week. Don't fight until the show.
Oh no, they're not double. They're normally keeping them away from each other, other than these kind of run-ins beforehand. Hopefully. After that, we had a couple of promos. First of all, we obviously had Malachi Black's one talking about the Cody and Andrade match, and someone's going to stab him in the back. We'll talk about that later. Then we opened up with CM Punk coming out for his babyface-ish promo.
Yeah, on a weird one because he kind of told the fans to shut up at one point.
It was kind of a heelish promo without actually going, heel on the fans, more heel on, it's Eddie's fault that you're not getting me against Cassidy and me against Daniel Bryan. As if, he was destined to win. If he had faced Orange Cassidy, he would have won it. And pointing the finger at Eddie, so Eddie's very over, with the fans. So maybe it's just itching their way to Punk being a heel again, hopefully someday down the line.
Yeah, you might get Bryan Danielson and Punk, so who knows? You never know.
I'll be surprised. Obviously they're going to have a match, Eddie and Punk, so I'll see who's actually more over, because people really love it.
People really love Eddie. Yeah, it's a weird one. I think Eddie just has to look strong in the match. It doesn't matter, he's going to lose. Obviously.
Yeah. Again, it's going to be a shame that he loses because he just lost.
I know, yeah. But the rumor wasn't Eddie to be fighting Punk; it was someone else. But I guess
I'm not sure. I don't remember I don't even know if this match will happen in Full Gear. To be honest, I think it'll probably happen at Rampage or.
Hard to know. It's hard to know. Full Gear stacked already. So
it's so stacked already, and they're still adding matches to it. So
yeah,
be a good one though. After that, we had a Mural promo, another one on God. Another good one on God. If I look up to you in anger, or do you look down on me in fear? That little line. Nobody can cut a promo on God except for Miro, so keep it going.
And then we had the backstage thing with the super. Yeah, and Adam Cole.
What did you make of this overall?
Funny, I love the wink part. I love the little wink at the camera. I thought that was funny. It's going to lead to a Christian and Adam Cole at Full Gear, which I'm all for. Yeah, it'll be like a tag match and a single match.
It's not a 6-man, is it?
No, it's a tag and a single, I'd say.
I thought they may have been, hinting at a trio. Like they keep hinting at the trios belt. So obviously they're not going to do a trios title straight off the bat at Full Gear, but maybe.
No, I honestly think Christian, because Christian wants to showcase himself as this workhorse. So I think he could have a great match with Adam Cole.
Oh yeah, when I said it actually months ago, whenever Christian was the Impact champion, that Adam Cole should be the one to face and go over the Impact, just a once-off match would have been cool. Like, but obviously it didn't happen, but they should have a good match overall.
Buys the win then as well. The Luchasaurus will get a win.
Do you think they'll beat the Bucks, or will they have it?
Yeah, they'll beat them
at Full Gear. Is that going to happen at Full Gear?
Full Gear, I'd say. I think it has to be. The Bucks have been on every single show in a tag match.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like that's two separate matches. It's two more card. It's going to be a huge card. That's why I thought maybe they just have the trios.
I saw the leaked card recently. There was like 10 matches.
Yeah, there is a lot of matches. Like so, and they're still building. So it's going to be huge. Like it's going to be a long show.
The only good thing here is that we're still on American time, so we're actually going to be able to watch it at midnight.
But we got an extra hour.
Instead of 1, yeah.
Stay up until 3 instead of 4.
Yeah, that kind of thing, yeah.
Something like that. At least it's a Saturday night as well. Thank fuck for AEW putting pay-per-views on Saturday nights again.
Oh, that's great.
Made other companies put their pay-per-views on Saturdays now too. So we get to sleep all day Sunday afterwards.
Yeah. Then there was a little promo with Ruby Soho and Chris Stackland, which I actually really liked.
Yeah.
I like it because I don't like. It would be so WWE like to put Ruby Riott in a match, but you don't need her on the show. Like this was enough.
Yeah, like this show is full of promos. There was a lot of promos tonight. On Dynamite, there was a lot of backstage stuff or even in ring promos. So it's good. It's just little stories like you can tell they build them up. Like obviously they're having their fight. Like, who do you think's going to go over in this one? Ruby?
I reckon Ruby.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ruby and either Jade or Thunder Rosa, one or the other.
Yeah, Thunder Rosa. She has a match against Jimmy Hayter. We can talk about that later on as well. That happened later on.
But next match was
FTR
and Aero Star versus FTR.
Did this seem like a match in WWE too?
It did, but just before the match starts, I read before it that where did Callisto spell Brody Lee's name wrong? I was trying to find this.
He said John with John instead of Jon.
Oh right. That could easily
there was a lot of shit like Jericho called him out, and I'm not sure.
Wife as well. Brody Lee's wife as well.
Just on spelling the mistake.
Yeah. But a lot of people actually defended him because they're saying like English is not his first language.
Yeah, but it's just a spelling mistake. It's not like he said anything bad. Like it was just a John, another way of spelling his name. Like people spell my name with a J all the time. Like I'm not going to give out about them.
I think it was more of like the anniversary might be close-ish. I don't know. She's kind of feeling a bit kind of overwhelmed.
Obviously, like nobody will understand what she's going through. Like. But it just seemed, why did Jericho call him out just for misspelling the name? Like,
yeah,
it's just a spelling mistake. I don't understand what the backlash was about.
Yeah. No, I'm
Jericho got a lot of shit from it. Then people were calling him out for stuff that he was.
Yeah.
People were finding tweets that he put up from years ago, spelling somebody else's name wrong. Or Eddie. Somebody put up a tweet he did years ago about Eddie Guerrero, and he spelled it Eddie with a Y instead of IE.
Oh, jeez. Okay,
somebody called him out on that. This is like, what's the difference? Like,
yeah, it's crazy shit. But
yeah,
going back to them, I thought them. Yeah, you're right. It just felt like it WWE.
Their no flips, just fist motto from their days in WWE.
Yeah, it was generic enough. It wasn't brilliant and it wasn't rubbish.
There were some mental spots in it. Like, we know how good Kalisto was as a luchador. Like, it just didn't get a chance to shine properly in WWE because Vince doesn't know what to do with luchadors in WWE unless you're Rey Mysterio. So
this match, it just was what it was, I suppose, and they just wanted a name in there that the lads could fight.
I'd be surprised if they get signed, or it was for the AAA, so maybe they'll stay in AAA or what.
Yeah, I can't see them getting signed, and it wouldn't surprise me if that comment stops them from getting signed.
Yeah, I shouldn't. I wouldn't. Not saying him because of something like that, but yeah, you're going to have whatever heat there is. You're going to have to let it die down before they do anything with it. But he may want to go to Mexico. He may want to spend some time down there.
Yeah, you would think so. Yeah,
perfecting his craft again. Getting ring time with people in Mexico where he can work his style properly. Hopefully. After that, we had the Inner Circles shit with American Top Team. Funny segment, but a bit all over the place as well.
Stuff needs to end after this match.
I'm not feeling this thing at all. I'm not sure where it's leading to, who's benefiting from it. Like the Inner Circle have, disbanded and got back together unofficially.
And plus, like the only people who could benefit from this is Americans, the two lads, Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky, and even then they're not
really benefiting if they're getting help from fucking genuine fighters, so are they? Because they're not going to be there forever.
Apparently, after this segment ended, people started looking up Paige Van Zant's, like looking for old pictures.
Jesus Christ!
As she said, like, my thing is wide open. So people went searching, and they probably will find stuff on her because they always do.
I'm sure she doesn't care.
I didn't realize the man was her husband.
Yeah.
But the segment just didn't work.
I'm surprised she didn't get into the match. When she said it, I thought they would put her into the match.
I would have thought so. But I guess they don't want like Dan Lambert and her in the match.
She'll probably be involved in it anyway.
Oh yeah, she'll be involved, but like the match is going to be an absolute cluster because
stop.
How many?
I'm sure, I know it'll probably lead with Dan Lambert getting pinned or something like. Or
that elimination, is it?
No, it's just a street fight.
So it's just going to be a brawl with camera angles all over the place.
Yeah, it'll be just spot fest, like throwing people through tables. Like if you can take a bump, say, I've never done it, but people who say that taking a bump through a table is better than taking a bump on the apron, like, or whatever. Like, it's breaks your falls.
After this show's over, on the next Dynamite, Malachi Black takes Jericho out. I know we've been saying that for ages, but I just think he needs a break.
Well, he's going on tour, so this street fight is obviously going to take Jericho regardless. Hopefully his tour goes ahead. He comes to Ireland.
Yeah, no, it definitely is going. I definitely is going ahead from what I've seen, but like, I just think this feud it's been going on for about 3 months, and it just feels not samey every week.
It is the same, but in fairness, Dan Lambert is killing it on the mic. Like, he seems so natural. Like, he's living up to being a dickhead.
And she is, as well, to be fair. Paige Van Sant as well, to be fair.
Yeah, she was pretty smooth on the mic as well. It didn't seem to phase her at all. Like, considering you don't really get to talk in Bellator, you don't get a lot of promo time or do anything like that there. So, be surprised where it goes.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes. We'll see the match.
After that, again, we go back to the Jamie Hayter beating Anna Jay. Good match.
Yeah,
another shitty ending.
It served a lot of purposes in one thing.
Yeah, they got their feuds opened up between all six the women in the match. But if you go back to last week, on Rampage, Britt Baker had a distraction surprise roll up to win her match, and tonight, or on last night's Dynamite, she had a distraction hitting her with her finisher.
Yeah,
there's been a lot of distractions lately in the women's matches. They finish off the matches, and
even in the men's matches, there's a bit. Tony is against disqualification, so I'm assuming that's why he's doing all this kind of stuff. But the match wasn't bad. It was what it was. Served its purpose. Got Jamie Hayter to look strong.
And it's Taya Conti and Britt Baker full gear, correct?
Yeah. That's actually been announced. So Taya Conti came out after the match to make the save, and looks like we might see a 6-person match next week.
More than likely. Yeah. Hopefully, Thunder Rosa will probably go over Jamie Hayter though.
Oh yeah, I would imagine so. I would imagine Thunder Rosa and Jamie Cargill is Jade Cargill is the. He's.
She'd forgot. I mean, she'd had her trophy presentation thing, and she was interrupted by Nyla Rose. They're having their match as well next week.
Yeah, there was a weird promo by Nyla Rose. She started saying stuff like, "How long does it take you to win 50 matches?" Like
doesn't matter.
Yeah, it was just kind of like, it was bizarre. I found it funny.
It wasn't really an insult because she has won 50 matches.
Exactly. But yeah, it was just, I don't know. I just think they're just trying to make Nyla Rose look good before she loses. Like, I don't think she's losing. I think She'll be in the semis without a doubt.
What's the bracket look like? Who faces who?
Down the bottom half. What's it? It's
Thunder Rosa and Jimmy
Stackland and Ruby Soho versus Nyla Rose or Shida.
Right.
Shida and Ruby Soho would be very good.
That should be a good match, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be the one in the semis.
They haven't got a lot of time to finish these matches off, so they're going to be flying through them.
Yeah, like, you think they'd prove a point with this WWE short matches. You think they'd be like, we're over here doing these 12-minute matches. That's just what I thought.
Well, there's Rampage, there's next week's Dynamite and next week's Rampage, and then they've got Full Gear, so they literally have 3 shows to get through all these matches.
Yeah, it's a lot, like.
And there's only one match, right? There's no buy-in, like the semi-finals aren't in the buy-in or anything, are they?
I hope not. For the women's sake, it wouldn't be good.
It would be a shame if they were on the buy-in.
It would be a really big shame, yeah. I reckon Red Velvet is fighting the Bunny this for Friday on Rampage.
Yeah.
Then I reckon we surely have Jade and probably Red Velvet on Dynamite.
All right.
You're right. I don't think the final is on until January, is it?
Is it not at Full Gear? No,
I don't think so.
Is it not?
No, I think it's still. Sure, there's still a load more matches to go. They'd never get through them all.
That's what I was wondering. I thought the final may, there's only one match, so one women's match in Full Gear, is there?
There's one women's match for now, but they might add another one, which they probably will. Like, maybe they might.
They're going to have the final at this. Why not have the final at your pay-per-view?
Yeah, but I think they're not moving to TBS until January.
Yeah.
That's what I would have thought. That's when I thought they were having them.
I was just checking there to see. There's no announcement to say it was. So yeah, I could have swore it was at Full Gear.
Yeah, like, one women's match is bizarre for them because they usually do kind of like to have a few of them.
Maybe they'll have another 6-man or multi or 6.
They might do all right. They might do that match that we were just on about on it.
Yeah, maybe. Moving on. After that, we had the mental segment of MJF and Darby Allin.
This is very good.
This was ridiculous.
Yeah, love this.
This is such a build-up for a match that wasn't really a big match. Now it feels like looking one of the biggest matches on the card.
I love how he's using this pillars thing. Is fucking great.
Yeah,
I love it.
Well, it's good storytelling because, mentioning the fact that all these new people coming in and these 2 boys didn't take a back seat. They didn't get pushed down the card. They're still where they were when they started off. So I love that the fact that they're getting a big feud.
Same.
Eager to find out who's going to win it, so because I don't want either of them to lose.
It could go either way. It really could.
It doesn't really hurt Darby to lose, even though he lost to CM Punk. Like, it didn't really affect him. Like, he's still where he is. I think if MJF loses, it would affect him because everybody's saying he's going to be the one to beat Hangman, down the line for the title. Like, he's the next champion and not Darby. So I think if anybody
every single time MJF's on a hot streak, he seems to lose.
Yeah, I know. They have time. Obviously, if Hangman wins the title, he's not going to lose it automatically straight away. So they have to build him back up again.
He'll be fighting the winner of the match. We'll talk about the match later, but he'll be fighting the winner of Miro and Bryan, basically.
Yeah, hopefully he gets a good 6 or 8 month run as a champion if he does win the title.
Yeah.
But the spot, that spot over the barricades was crazy.
Oh, unbelievable.
Harden at sea and just ran at him. It was fucking mental.
Yeah. Really good, yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, great segment. Really, really good.
Yeah. Definitely highlight of the week so far, didn't we? After that, we had Cody and Andrade.
I don't think it was the best Cody match. I mean, it was fine, but it just didn't, like, I don't know what it is. It just, maybe he's just kind of coasting to get to the next. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Where's it leading to?
That's
Cody's lost to Malachi Black twice and beat him once, and now they've moved on to Andrade. He's lost to Andrade. Is it? Are they going to have him, beat Andrade? Do the whole story over again that he did with Malachi? Like,
that's exactly. And this is another one where we ran about earlier. They didn't know how to finish it, so they just did interference.
I don't get the FTR now aligning themselves with Andrade either.
Well, they're picking them off, supposedly.
I know, but like, are they still part of the Pinnacle? Is the Pinnacle still?
I know, yeah. MJF is only with War now, so.
Warlow, he's got Warlow and Sean Spears. Yeah. Like, why wouldn't they want the FTR behind him? Why wouldn't they, want more people helping him beat fucking Darby?
I know, it's stupid. Like, what did you think of the match? Because I didn't feel it.
At the start, I was into it. Then they had the picture-in-picture break, and I kind of lost. I can't get into a match whenever there's break halfway through it. When they come back, I have to get back into it again. So distracted. There was some good spots in it, but again, like, we know they can both wrestle. We know how good they are, but it didn't really go anywhere. And you could tell something was going to happen because of Malachi's promo earlier. Somebody was going to say. I thought maybe Aaron would have turned on him the way he said, somebody's going to stab you in the back. It's like FTR. That's not really a stab in the back. Like, it's not if they were ever in a faction or best buds or on screen.
Like, I don't know where they're going. Is right. Just for the show, the pay-per-view and Cody's has to be on it, surely.
Yeah, again, there you go. Like, you've got the Bucks who haven't, they haven't settled on a match for them yet, and Andrade. I don't think they're going to have Andrade and Malachi as a tag team against Cody and
I wouldn't think so.
Back, maybe, no.
You could be, but like, that's something that could be on Dynamite.
Well, it's a bad, it's not. It's a nothing match really, like, because
it's just again a means to get through this few weeks, because Cody is going to turn heel by around Christmas. He has to.
This is going to be one of those John Cena things where, like, he has to turn heel, and it's just he's never going to fucking turn heel, and everybody's just going to still boo him anyway. Like, he's never going to get cheered properly again, regardless of what he does. He'll always get booed.
Yeah, it's a shame because he's super nice guy and he's actually very good.
Oh yeah. He's so much fun. Like, was we met him at WrestleMania Access years ago when he was Stardust, and we were in this long ass fucking queue to meet him and Jack Swagger or Jake Hager now, like, and it went on for about an hour and a half. We were stuck in this queue, but what they entertained everybody in the queue while they were waiting. Like, whenever people were stopping and they're taking pictures with Jake, he would jump up on the table, do that Stardust thing, and try and interact with the crowd, and he was so much fun. Like, and he kept it, as long as the queue was, it helped people like not get bored and turn away and move in somewhere else. Like,
yeah, me and Jerry had a 25-minute conversation with him there in the car.
That's right, yeah.
In Cork, yeah. No, he's super cool. I always respect him. I think he's very, very good. It's just the thing with him is, like, people don't want him to be a Jeff Jarrett, which I know he's not anyway.
No, it's the entrance, isn't it? It's over the top.
Yeah.
Homelander from The Boys kind of vibe off him with that big long jacket, and
it seems to when he got that tattoo, it went bad for him.
That tattoo, I can't even talk about that thing.
But yeah, But moving on, then I suppose John Silver cut a weird promo.
I love that. Do you watch BT? No, Being the Elite on YouTube.
I do the odd time, yeah.
Oh, it's so much fun. Like, he every week he has a segment. Him and Alex Reynolds have a segment with Adam Cole. They start off or halfway through it, and he keeps trying to give him something else to run with. So the budge has been going on for the last few weeks.
Okay.
They're acting like, they're best friends, and Adam Cole's trying to get into their heads that he doesn't like them. Like, they just don't listen. So every week it's the same him gag over, but they just kept calling him Budge from now on, so that's just the thing now. He's going to be called Budge.
Yeah.
A bit of fun just to build up, obviously, their match for Friday night.
Yeah. And then another promo afterwards. After that again, Red Velvet and the Bunny.
Oh yeah, just anything at all build up. They always like to do that. They build up to.
I reckon Red Velvet wins. I can't see the Bunny winning it.
No. Well, yeah, it's a hard one to call. Who's in the bracket after that?
Jade. They're fighting Jade Cargill.
Yeah, Red Velvet's winning.
Yeah.
Imagine how big Jade is going to be compared to Red Velvet. That match will be a 2-minute match, definitely.
Yeah. That's it. And in the main event, Cassidy and Miro. Do you know what I loved about this match was Bryan Danielson on commentary.
Yeah.
He was actually so good because he mentioned a lot of things that they don't talk about anymore. That Miro had a history of a bad neck and kind of ice.
Things just to lead into, like, when he hit him with that.
Yeah. The match itself was good. It wasn't brilliant. It was good.
That split second when you thought he was going to get counted out was running with it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it now. Miro is beating Bryan Danielson.
You reckon?
I think so. I think it's obviously.
I'd absolutely love if he did.
If Hangman's going to be champion, his first defense shouldn't be against Bryan Danielson, over baby faces.
Yeah, I agree.
Miro is perfect.
Yeah.
He doesn't. Obviously, he's not going to win in his first title defense. He's not going to. Hangman won't lose in his first title defense, but Miro will be a good opponent for him.
I love Miro beating him.
Because they were saying that Miro has no direction really since he lost the TNT title with the God promos, like, so. Who knows who's going to be God? Like, who's going to help him win? Like, is Lana going to come back? Is she going to show up and help him beat that? Or, somebody may come out and help him.
Another thing about this as well was like the Matt Hardy thing. I didn't like it.
Yeah, that story. That's another feud that's been going on a while, and they have had their one-on-one match already, haven't they?
Yeah, I remember they had the hair match.
But he wasn't. It was. He didn't have that match with him. That was.
It was always like Jack Evans.
Jack Evans, yeah.
But yeah,
he hasn't been seen since, so I'm not sure what's going on with him.
He had a heat. Last I heard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was injuring people in matches and stuff. Remember, he destroyed. Was it 10? He completely annihilated his face, and he was bust to pieces.
Oh shit!
A few weeks back in a match. But yeah, just this match was. I enjoyed it. It was good.
I enjoyed it. Yeah.
And a good way to end the show with trying to shake his hand, and he just wouldn't.
Obviously, no way. There's no way he was shaking his hand.
But you're right, though. I would absolutely love if Miro won.
I think it's the right call. Like, it's not going to hurt Bryan Danielson. He's not going to win the title. There's no reason for two faces to be facing up against each other.
Yeah, it's just how to make him lose is the question. That's the thing. Like,
interference, it seems to be the thing now.
Yeah, which is true.
God will help Miro.
The problem is if Miro loses, like, he's fucked again.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, he doesn't need. He can't really afford to lose. Like,
yeah.
Where does he go after that if he loses? He's not going to go back to the TNT title, and he can't put him back in the tag team and have this fucking, the gamer Miro anymore. Like that didn't really work. So
that's true.
Being the person to beat Bryan Danielson, that will make him, regardless if he loses to Hangman, that'll still give him something.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's been.
I think Full Gear's, shaping up to be something massive, but we can do it. Well, obviously, in the next week or so, we'll do a prediction show.
Exactly. After next week's Dynamite, I will do a prediction show on it. But
definitely.
Yeah, overall, last week's was better, but this wasn't awful either. It was just
surprisingly though, the viewership came out there just before we went on, and they're down slightly again. They're down 6% or something. They're down to under 878,000 viewers. So the Saturday night show seemed to have affected their viewership.
Yeah,
they were over
lost 300,000 fans, haven't they?
Yeah. last week they were just over 900,000. Now they're below it. So I don't know why. Like, you know, I don't understand the American TV audiences. You know, why they don't tune into SmackDown when it's on FS1. You know, it's the same show. Like, you know, or they don't follow.
Very, very bizarre.
If you like a show, why don't you tune in to watch it anyway? Like, if you're watching it.
It's kind of like every household doesn't have this channel or something, and people just don't search it out.
I don't get it. And we're not going to talk about it because I don't get it. There's no point even getting into it.
Yeah, exactly.
We record it, we watch it the next day because we can't stay up late to watch it.
No, it's just too much these days.
We got to work.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, that's been the show. Yeah.
Again, lads, every week we'll say it. If you haven't started following us on YouTube, please do it now. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us on Twitter. Like, comment, all that stuff. You know, give us some love. We'll give it back, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, guys.